Time for street justice. And of course, I just had to visit the Women's March here in Washington, D.C. yesterday. Take a look at what I found.
I'm here to rise up. I'm here to speak out for rights for all.
Now, why do I get the sense this isn't the first time you've risen up? You look like someone who's been in the trenches for a while. What has Donald Trump done that convinces you that women's rights are in jeopardy?
Well, he's filthy, he's vile, and he says nasty things.
Well, didn't Bill Clinton, wasn't he impeached for actually doing nasty things? What rights don't you have? Okay, what is the law or the legal right that you're fighting for?
To have better access to immigration.
Okay, but to have better access to immigration, you have to follow the immigration laws.
We have not seen special needs or disabilities in Donald's agenda. We haven't seen anything on disability issues.
What have you seen in his agenda? He's not even president 24 hours.
They're introducing a bill now on abortion that you can't have an abortion after 6 weeks. And if he gets 5-4 in the Supreme Court, guess what?
But wouldn't 5-4 in the Supreme Court be exactly where we were before Scalia died?
No.
Yes.
The president is just one person and only a figurehead. He can't do anything.
But if the Senate, but if the Senate and the Congress, you want them to do something, does it make sense that the Democratic Congress people, 68 of them, didn't show up? Doesn't that tell you they're not going to work together?
I don't think that's what that means, but
if they can't even show up for the inauguration, is the hate so deep that there's nothing the man can do?
No, the hate isn't that deep. If he takes affordable care, works with the Democrats, really gets a coalition.
They won't even show up. If Donald Trump were to do something positive, would you give him credit for it, or do you just hate the man?
I never said I hated anyone.
You can't answer the question because you hate the man. If he gives you something that benefits disabled children, will you give him credit?
If he will, I'll tell you.
They can't even answer the question. If he gives you, so tell me.
We need medical marijuana legalized in our state.
Okay. All right, good. Talk to your Congress people. What do you want to happen?
Well, a new Congress in 2 years,
Yeah.
a new president in 4 years.
Sex offenders can't live in government housing. All right. Are they living in government housing?
I think they just moved in yesterday.
So you're talking about Donald Trump?
Yes.
Or are we talking about Bill Clinton?
Did you see the people that voted to get rid of a chance for us to have cheaper drugs because they were getting hundreds of thousands from those pharmaceutical lobbyists?
And you know what?
It's all money. It's greed.
They're out now. They're out now in terms of, no. In terms of the Trump administration, they took the lobbyists and the corporate lawyers out of the transition.
Rex Tillerson has a $500 billion deal with Exxon that got tanked by President Obama. So he has a $500 billion incentive to be able to make this deal with Russia. And guess what? Now we've put him in a position where he can.
When Hillary was in the State Department and Bill made a fortune and they sold 25% of the United States uranium to Russia.
I'm objecting to the defunding of Planned Parenthood and the misogynist and racist rhetoric going on in Trump's cabinet.
We got women out here marching because they're marching for their rights. We want to know, what rights don't these women have? You see that demonstration right there? We had a much bigger demonstration than that. 1,000,000 times bigger than that. On November 8th, we had a demonstration.
When American people came to vote.
They went to the polls and they voted for Donald Trump. That's the real demonstration.